Today we're giving you a tour of our 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,800 square foot ranch home that's just been drywalled. So we're on our front porch now. Our doors are on order. Double doors will open here. And the first thing that you see is this large cathedral ceiling that runs from our front porch through the living room onto the back patio that you can see through the windows. The peak actually reaches 23 feet high, and we'll be using tongue and groove on the ceiling here, just like we did on the front porch, and we'll be staining it a light gray color to match our cabinets. Immediately to the left as you walk in, you'll have this opening for 2 double glass doors into our office space. And we wanted to make this a pretty big room because both Faris and I work from home. So we needed a big space to make sure that we felt comfortable in here because we spend so much time in here. So on this wall, we'll have our built-in cabinets, and then we'll do a double desk in the middle here. We're thinking for this room to be a little bit more artsy because we will be filming in here too. We're gonna paint it a darker color. So the office also connects to the main floor bathroom, and the reason we did this is that we wanted to be able to convert our office into a 4th bedroom just in case we have 3 kids or for resale purposes. All we would have to do is add a closet onto here, and then there's also a shower in that bathroom, so it could easily be converted into a 4th bedroom. Okay, moving on the right side of the front door, we have a large closet for all of our coats and shoes, and now we're into the main living room area. So this area is pretty open with the kitchen, and that's something Faris and I both really wanted because we love entertaining, and we didn't want any walls or anything closing off any of the rooms. We just wanted a large centralized space. So for this area, along with the peak, we also added in these large windows to allow a lot of sunlight to come in. In this area, we imagine a humongous L or U-shaped couch with a rug and then your coffee table looking over at the fireplace with a TV. So over here, we already have our fireplace installed, and then we'll be using the same stone that we'll be using on the exterior in here on the fireplace. On the left and the right of the fireplace, you'll notice these openings in the drywall, and these are for shelving and cabinets, also called built-ins. And these will be a warm gray color that match our cabinets in our kitchen. And on the floor, we're gonna be having engineered hardwood floor throughout the whole house except for the bathrooms and the mudroom and laundry room. But moving on to this area, which is our kitchen, which is in the shape of a rectangle. And one of the things we really wanted to continue was the details in the ceiling. You can see we have a step ceiling in here. So from the living room, the ceiling height went back down to 9 feet, but the step allows it to go just a little bit higher to allow it to feel just a bit bigger in this area. So on this wall, we'll have the range or the stove and the oven combination. So over here, we imagine 2 tall pantry kitchen cabinets. This will hold the microwave and any other snacks. And then we'll have a large stone range hood. And then we will have the range in the middle, or the oven with the stovetop. And then 2 drawers on each side to hold our pots and pans. And then on this side of the kitchen, this is where we'll have our refrigerator. So over here you can see that the wall is slightly recessed, and that's to allow the refrigerator to be flush or at the same level as the cabinets going this way. So next to the refrigerator, we'll have 2 uppers and lowers on this wall, and then we'll have a smaller coffee bar that's just slightly recessed back, and that'll have open shelving, and we'll have a tile backsplash. And then in the center of the kitchen, we're going to have a 10-foot island, which is a pretty large island that should seat, 4 or 5 people. And then in the middle of the island, we'll have a sink right here that overlooks the living room, which just goes back to us entertaining and really having a welcoming, open space for a lot of conversation, eating, drinking, and whatever else we're doing. And then on the right side, we'll have a trash bin. It's always really important to need to have the trash right next to the sink. So if you're cutting something, you can rinse it off, toss whatever food scraps in there. And then on the left side, we'll also have a dishwasher. So that'll be nice, scrape your food into the trash, rinse off, put in the dishwasher. Now over here, this is where we'll have our kitchen table, little breakfast nook area. And then right off the kitchen, we have our covered patio. And the first thing you'll notice is the peak that, is running from our front porch through the living room, through our back patio. And we really want to keep the color consistent because you'll be able to see each of these areas through all of the windows. Now for this area, it's pretty large. We really imagine a nice sitting area with a gas fireplace. You can see we already have the stub for the gas. And then on this wall, we're looking to have a grill and some cabinets and a food prep area. So overall, we're just looking to really enjoy this area with our friends. Some things we need to finish here is adding in the tongue and groove on the ceiling portion, and then we'll have to finish the flooring, whether that's pavers or tiles. We also still need to add wood beams around these poles, and we need some railings over here so that no one falls off the patio. Next part of the tour are the bedrooms. So one thing that Faris and I really wanted in our ranch was it to be a split ranch, meaning the master's on one side of the house and the other bedrooms are on the other. So we're gonna go into our master, which is right off the living room. So we have this smaller hallway that leads into the master bedroom suite. The master bedroom has the greatest view with the trees and all the woods in the back. And then similar to the kitchen, we added another step in the ceiling just from a design perspective and just wanted to make it feel a little bigger. So we imagine our bed going here with a great view outside, and then we'll have a little seating area at the end of the bed. And then the master bathroom comes right through here. Now we're moving into the master bathroom. On the right side, we'll have our double vanity with our mirrors and our sinks. And then we have a curbless shower with a linear drain. And then we also built a bench for all of our shampoo and conditioner bottles. And then behind the shower, we will have a tub. Faris and I aren't huge tub people, but we always think it's important to add at least one tub into the house for future kids. My favorite part, which Faris always makes fun of me for, but is this little cubby room for the toilet, just because I like a little bit of privacy. Through the bathroom, we have the master closet, which is absolutely massive, by the way. If you guys didn't know, Faris and I lived in a van before we started building our house, so we're pretty much used to 5 pairs of t-shirts and 5 pairs of shorts for the entire year. Yeah, it's I think it was less than 80 square feet of room that we lived in. So this is just ginormous for us. But at the same time, if we're thinking about resale, master closets are a really big ticket item on the checklist. So we felt like it was important to add a large master closet in. And also, Faris wanted to put his desk in here and make this an office, but I did veto that option. We have plenty of room in the other office space. Okay, now we're gonna move to the other side of the house. We're gonna start at the garage entrance so you get kind of the whole feel of this area. So this is what you would see if you're entering the house from the garage. This is our mudroom area. Right here, we're gonna have a bench for seating, putting on shoes, and then hooks for some coats. Then we also have a large closet for more coats and shoes. This area we imagine all to be tiled until we reach the kitchen. On the left side, we have our laundry room. We have a pocket door. Faris just installed the soft close. And then we'll have laundry dryer over here, cabinets, drying rack, and then we also have a larger pantry closet in here for mops and vacuums and taller items we need for cleaning. And then just across the hall from the laundry room is the main floor bathroom. This is the one that also connects to the study. So the one unique item here is that we also included a shower, and that's because we wanted the option to turn the study into a 4th bedroom. And then if we continue down here, this is a closet or a pantry items for all of our snacks. And then over here is the first guest bedroom. It's a pretty decent size. And then in this bedroom, it has a large walk-in closet. And then it's also connected to the other bedroom with a Jack and Jill bathroom. So you have your double vanity here so that, 2 kids could use it at the same time. And then this area is where the toilet is and the shower, which can close off. So someone could be showering, close it off, still have their privacy, but maybe one's brushing their teeth at the same time. Okay, now walking through is the second guest bedroom, which has a nice view of the back with all the trees and the woods. It also has another large walk-in closet. This one opens up into the kitchen. So I think if we had guests over, I'd put them in the other bedroom just because it's a little bit more private. Before we have kids of our own, I think we may use this space for filming. So that completes the first floor of our house. Now we're gonna head down to the basement. Now the stairs are right next to the study. So the basement is gonna be our biggest project when we move in. This is about as complete as it's going to get before we move in. This does not need to be finished for our final inspection, but you can see it's drywalled on the walkout portion, and then the rest are just concrete walls. So Faris and I will be putting in the flooring, doing the walls, and everything else ourselves. The basement is a partial walkout. You can see the door walls behind me, and it has 10-foot ceiling, so it's a pretty big area. Faris and I imagine another living space down here with some couches and seating area, and then bar along this wall. We also love playing ping pong. We just competed in a ping pong tournament this last winter. Didn't do so bad, I got second place. But maybe some pool and just a really cool area to hang out and bring friends over. Now on the other side, the non-walkout portion of the house is also pretty big. We imagine a lot of storage area over there. Eventually, we would love to have a movie theater room and a workout room, but I think that's gonna take some time. So on this side of the staircase, we'll have the bathroom over here, and it's already plumbed for a sink and a toilet.
This is our exterior. We're on a 3-acre lot in Southeast Michigan. This is gonna be a lot of grass for me to cut. Well, let's make our way over here to show you some of the things on the exterior that we have done. So our inspiration for the home is a mountain home look. We've traveled to over 40 countries. We traveled in a van for a year and a half, and the things that we liked the most when we were traveling were the mountain homes, especially like in Colorado, Utah, Wyoming. They were just beautiful, and we wanted to have that look here. Even though in Michigan we don't have any mountains or very big ones, more like hills, we wanted that look. So that was something that we were really inspired to be, but not super traditional, with a little modern touch. So what makes it a mountain home? To us, it was the gables, the different use of materials like the shaker shingles, beams, so the beams that are in the gables there that you see, these cedar planks that are in the gables and then underneath, that's kind of what gave us this, mountain look. The things that keep it a little bit more modern is the colors that we're using. We're using this very light gray stone with the contrast to the iron ore, which is just a touch under black. Look, this is our first time doing this, so we'll see how it looks, but that is our goal, that was our inspiration. And hopefully it turns out right. I think it will, but you guys can be the judge once we finally finish it. So far, we really love the look of the iron ore. That's what we just got painted up there. And if we keep that natural, it'll have some nice contrast. One of the main exterior components that we were looking for with this house is that we wanted it to give it that long, wide ranch look. And to achieve that, we made sure that our garage was at an angle on the side of the house, so it didn't cover up any of that width. It actually gave it more width. When you're coming from the street, it really gives that wide ranch look that we were looking for. So one of my big requests for this house was to have a 10-foot garage. This is this garage right here. In case we wanted to have a van in the future, or we wanted to have a boat. There's a lake really close nearby us, but we wanted to make sure the house could accommodate whatever lifestyle that we choose to have in the future. It doesn't cost that much more to be able to have a 10-foot garage. It's just a little bit of a premium for the actual garage door, but we'll be able to fit in whatever we need here, have proper storage, and we have the garage door in the back, which will allow us to have access to our lawnmower to be able to pull it through, whatever we want, access to our backyard without having to open up the front garages. Honestly, people might wonder why we did that. The cost of the brick on the back would have been the same exact cost for us to put a garage door there in case we wanted to do anything out there, make it into any space. We would have that option in the future. As we progress into the backyard, you'll notice the brick is on the surroundings of all of the backside of the home. We are in an HOA and it required that we had 90% masonry items, but we still wanted to keep that mountain home look on the front. So in order to have 90% masonry items, we made sure that the back was bricked because that was the best cost effectiveness for us to have masonry items. So back here you can kind of see the covered patio a little bit better. We'll also have a sitting area down in the basement as well because we have those 3 door walls to open up to this area. So we'll have a lot of space to entertain down here as well. Maybe more of like an open fire, a fire pit. So this is the side of our house. I think this might be the only area where I can put a garden in. I want to get a garden in here. It gets enough sunlight, but we do have a lot of wildlife. There's been a ton of deer, turkeys, even a fox we saw recently. So I'm gonna have to build something up so we can keep them out, but it's gonna be great views from the house and to be able to observe some of that wildlife. I'm glad you guys were able to come on this tour with us because we're super excited to keep it going. We have a lot of projects ahead. We're working really hard. We have our regular jobs, but we're also working on this for every extra moment that we get. And it's been such a fun project. Like I said, it's our first project, so a lot of it is just us kind of going by the seat of our pants, trying to do our best, make the best decisions. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give us some comments, maybe suggestions on what we can do in the future because we need all the help we can get. We love taking that advice, and we'll see you in the next one because we got a lot of stone to do.